I have maxed out every single Necromancer Paragon board to determine which board is best suited for the upcoming Tears of Blood glyph that will be obtained from the Abattoir of Zir End Game event. Let's quickly start off with the starting board. When we look at the starting board, you will see that I have invested in every core skill imaginable, and placing the Tears of Blood glyph here will grant us 3636.1% multiplicative increased damage, plus 49.8% additive damage, plus 50 intelligence, and plus 498 armor. Our next stop is gonna be the Wither board. When we place the glyph here and get all the core stats that are required for it, we will gain 3880.9% multiplicative increased damage, plus 24.9% additive shadow damage, plus 50 intelligence, and plus 24.9% shadow resistance. Now, when we place the glyph into Scent of Death board, we will gain 4125.7% multiplicative increased damage, plus 124.5% damage to injured enemies, which is additive, plus 50 intelligence, and plus 249 armor. When we look at Blood Begets Blood board and we invest in core skills there, core stats there, when we place the glyph, we are gaining 3880.9% multiplicative increased damage, plus 24.9% damage for 10 seconds after picking up a blood orb, plus 50 intelligence, and plus 24.9% blood orb healing. Now, when we look at the Flesh Eater board and get all the core stats there, then place the glyph, you are getting a whooping 4370.5% multiplicative increased damage, plus 79.7% additive damage to elites, plus 50 intelligence, and plus 14.9% resistance to all elements. If we look at, of course, the Bone Graft boards and get all the core stats there, when we place the glyph, we are gaining 4044.1% multiplicative increased damage, plus 24.9% bone skill damage, which is additive, plus 50 intelligence, and plus 14.9% resistance to all elements. When we look at the Bloodbath board and get all the core stats there, when we place the glyph there, we gain 3717.7% increased multiplicative damage, plus 24.9% damage while fortified, plus 50 intelligence, and plus 19.9% healing received. The next board is Cult Leader. When we place the glyph here with all the core stats unlocked, we are gaining 3880.9% multiplicative increased damage, plus 49.8% minion damage, plus 50 intelligence, and 49.8% damage reduction for your minions. For the Summon Necromancers, you may want to drop Dead Razor glyph and put this new glyph here instead. And lastly, finally, when we look at the Hulking Monstrosity board and when we get all the core stats there, upon placing the glyph, you're looking at 4207.3% multiplicative increased damage, 69.7% golem armor, plus 50 intelligence, and plus 62.3% golems damage. When we look at the benefit of this new glyph purely in terms of damage, here are the top 4 boards that grant you the most damage. Number 4 is Bone Graft. Number 3 is Hulking Monstrosity. Number 2 is Scent of Death. And number 1 is the Flesh Eater board, which grants up to 4370.5% multiplicative damage increase. While damage will be a crucial aspect for clearing Abattoir of Zir Tier 25, you may alternatively want to seek some more survivability by gaining some additional armor or resistances. Therefore, I strongly recommend that you optimize your build based on your own stats and playstyle. In my opinion, the best Necromancer build that can quickly adapt to this change will be the Bone Spear Necromancer, especially my version that I play for Tier 100 speedruns. We will simply drop the Imbiber glyph from Scent of Death and replace it with Sacrificial instead. This will open up the Flesh Eater glyph slot for our new glyph. We will also take away some Paragon points and heavily invest them into the Flesh Eater board, which will grant us insane amount of damage with the new glyph. The Infinimist version really likes its glyphs, but there is still some wiggling room there as well. The build will most likely want to keep Darkness and Scourge glyphs, therefore it will require a bit more modification and optimization to fully integrate the new Tears of Blood glyph. The Summon Necromancer will most likely want its minions to survive, therefore integrating the new Tears of Blood glyph into Cult Leaderboard might be the play here, since it will provide a lot more minion survivability compared to the Deadraiser glyph. I will be optimizing my build for the upcoming Abattoir of Zir endgame event. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and join my Discord for staying updated about the latest and most optimized Necromancer builds. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!